I love to travel. In fact, my favorite channel used to be the travel channel before it became all about ghosts. Japan has always been a big tourist destination, but it has recently experienced a social media boom and became one of the go-to places for tourists. Heck, even I went there not too long ago. Tokyo Disneyland for the win. Just put that picture up right there. Yep, total Disney adult energy. Welcome back, Mochis. Come on in and sit on down because today we're going to be talking about tourism. The problem is though, this has also attracted attention-seeking influencers, as well as just shitty tourists in general, who take advantage of Japanese politeness to just wreak havoc in the city and just use Tokyo as their personal TikTok set. Like, traveling is amazing. I love seeing the world outside of just Tim Hortons land. Just to fly halfway across the world and try Shake Shack and McDonald's in another country. But for real though, I love traveling and I think everyone should do it. Touch some grass and open your mind. Okay, maybe not everyone, okay? But everyone that I'm gonna be talking about today should not travel. And if you can't travel because it's expensive as f and your currency is currently at taking a nosedive, at least you can watch travel influencer content, like go to all the foods, all the attractions. That's what I love about those travel vloggers, okay? Just watching people do stuff at places that I would love to visit. But today, sadly, I am talking about a whole other class of travelers. Mainly, these ones. The first batch we're talking about today are influencers, who are basically main characters for the camera, or in some cases, for money! I know these main characters spawn literally all over the world, but nowhere has seen as big of a surge in these influencers lately than Japan. So that's where we're mostly focusing on today. The life of a tourist. Just doing yoga at a sacred temple. Don't you just love traveling to other countries and disrespecting locals all in the favor of content? I love that nobody comes up to her and is like, hey, stop that! A lot of this, I think, just has to do with how easy it is to get famous these days for doing stupid shit. Going viral over the most meaningless and weird things like this. And this philosophy, in my opinion, has given birth to the main characters. A very specific breed of clout-chasing creators. Don't get me wrong, I get wanting to be famous. I do too, but you can do it without being a total menace to society, okay? Of course, once these influencers step into another country, they start treating it like it's Disneyland, where they're free to do whatever they want, go wherever they want, all for their entertainment. This isn't the fucking Japanese pavilion at Epcot, okay? This is actually Japan. And if you mess around here, they're not about to make you cellmates with Goofy. Honestly, you're way more likely to get your ass whooped by the Yakuza, okay? So, take your pick. But honestly, a lot of these influencers are so lucky that Japan is way too polite of a society to even really say anything back to them most of the time. What you got? A billion could've never bought. But you know those people on the subway must be thinking, God damn it, I just want to go to my 10-hour work shift in peace. Like, they're just so polite. And I'm a Canadian, okay? Despite the Captain America shield in the back, I'm Canadian and I can speak to politeness. I'm the ambassador of polite. And it seems that the creators and tourists have caught on to that, and are taking advantage of the fact that most Japanese people won't call them out on, well, as the great philosopher Drake calls it, their worst behavior. Like, take this video of a woman chasing around a geisha on the streets of Kyoto like she's a Taylor Swift paparazzo.
You can't do that! Can't do that! Oh my goodness. That's so rude!
I honestly feel so bad for her. Like, imagine being a geisha. You want to honor your traditions. You go through all this training at a young age, just to have Karen running around taking pictures of you like you're fucking Timothy Chalamet or something. Why Timothy? There are also some people that just don't care about desecrating the sanctity of ancient and sacred sites just for their clout. Do these people want angry spirits? Okay, because that is how you get angry spirits. Maybe Zach Bagans should go become a travel influencer instead. Then maybe Travel Channel will start making sense again. They never should have canceled Bizarre Foods. But yeah, ghosts don't have social media, okay? They don't care about your clout, and they have all the time in the world and the underworld to haunt you.
Can you guys think of a sicker place to do a cipher than in Fushimi?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Not in the way you meant it, though. Also, there's this real weird trend of people just turning these shrines into their personal gym for whatever reason. You know that she definitely has Eat, Pray, Love embroidered in her bedroom somewhere. Then there's the people who make an ass out of themselves on public transit, just bothering everybody, and this isn't even a region-specific thing. Being from Toronto, I've seen enough Toronto mans, or broccoli heads, all trying to do similar things, so just behave on the subway, guys. Like, come on. Cool dance moves, bro, but I'm just trying to get to work in peace. Honestly, that guy over there, that's me. Hot city tip? Never interact with the odd characters on the subway. It's called the smile and nod. Or what I do, honestly, is just do that scary Mr. Beast smile, you know, and just hope that you get the fuck away from me. Japan also has some trains that are women only, not for segregation, but for safety due to high rates of sexual harassment. And this Australian vlogger, who appears to be a man, walks into one of those cars with his camera despite the huge words in plain English saying women only.
You guys, did you know in Japan they have women-only carriages? It's like Saudi Arabia in here. I am the women inspector, checking there's only women on this carriage. Yep. There's only women here. Cool, no men. I don't see a single man in sight. Yep, check complete. It really is a women-only carriage, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you're one of the reasons why they need a woman-only train. In some cases, the assholery starts even before they land in the country, with some influencers emailing hotels to flex their high follower rates for free rooms. You know, I get it if it's actually a pretty well-known influencer, and if the hotel can actually benefit from it, but most of the time it's usually Joe Schmo with 69 followers, just begging for a free room, and honestly, it's just sad. They're asking for like free accommodations, all expenses paid, and like spa use, like not the spa use, come on. That's asking too much. And you know they're serious when they offer to tag your business. True professionals, they really are. Just literally paying with exposure. Also, I'm pretty sure that the hotel that they're staying at probably has more clout than they do most of the time. Like, another one is the cute airport security glamour photos. You know, like these ones that are just hogging up airport lines everywhere. My flight's leaving in 30 minutes. What's taking you so long? Actually, I'm taking an aesthetic TSA photo. If you're not Instagram worthy, then why are you allowed to fly? Back to Japan, it's not just sacred sites and public transit that these people like to make their presence known. Oh no, they will annoy you at literally every tourist attraction. Take the statue of Hachi, for example.
Are you taking them or are you
You know what this super sad story about the best and most loyal dog to have ever existed needs? An American adaptation. But also for tourists to sit on it and violate its sanctity. And this is exactly why you don't see them building much new statues anymore, because we don't know how to behave anymore, guys. A lot of these, I feel, have to do with the fact that I feel some of these people will just chase anything for clout. They see kick streamers crashing their cars and getting attention and being like, all publicity is good publicity. No, we just think you're a goober. And not a goofy one at that either. And we can't talk about these people without talking about Johnny Somali. Honestly, there's so much to say about this guy that I have like a whole video on him. He went to Japan with the sole purpose of just harassing people by shouting like Hiroshima, Nagasaki in public, like on the subway. He eventually got beat up, knocked out, banned from Japan apparently. I hope that ban is real and that they just never let him back in, like ever. And if you're a follower of his and you're thinking of doing the same thing, you should get banned too. But without them, who else would bring us such entertaining content like... I don't know, pretending to fall down and hope that people will help you up? Leave those schoolgirls alone. But hey, maybe the people at the temple will help me up. God, that guy's annoying. Or if you're even worse at dancing, maybe you can just scream in public. Or just be loud and scare people. Others would just completely block off a street just for their dancing like they're in fucking Step Up 3 Tokyo Drift or something. I feel that a lot of these influencers just started going overseas instead of doing this in America. If they f*** around, they might get, you know. Or we can talk about the people that go to an ancient site and be like, hey, f*** it, I'm gonna vandalize this sacred site and etch my name on there because it's fun. And that's exactly what happened in Kyoto with their bamboo trees. Arashiyama is a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Japan, which means that it's a significant part of Earth's history. 100 bamboo trees were found etched with carvings from tourists all over the world who carved their names and etched other words into that bamboo. Now, bamboo trees are connected to their roots, so doing this actually endangers not just the etched tree, but also the other ones around it. Not only are they fucking with history, but they're also fucking with Kung Fu Panda's dinner. That's messed up. Think about that next time you want to etch your name onto bamboo. The forest manager said that he was, to quote, past the stage of anger and is feeling deep sorrow, and could possibly close the tourists to protect the forests. Like, come on guys, this isn't the McDonald's bathroom stall, okay? Where you just write your name in the stall and shit. This is basically a museum, okay? So stop touching shit. CC, no touch. Again, another high-profile carving incident was from a teenager from Canada. God damn it, really? A Canadian? Come on, guys. We're supposed to be the chosen ones, okay? We're not the bad tourists. You know what? I'm revoking his Canadian citizenship, okay? Take away his Tim's card. Anyways, a 17-year-old Canadian named Julian, of course it's always a Julian, vandalized a 1200-year-old temple in Nara, Japan, which is, again, another UNESCO World Heritage Site, and carved his name into it using his fingernails. Fingernails? What the fuck? That sounds awful. Like, either he's got really long or sharp nails, or he was just really determined to get his name onto that wood. Like, God, this is so fucking weird. I really love the place there, so I gotta carve my name on it. Gotta leave my mark, yeah? This place got skibbity mad riz. I hate myself. I absolutely hate the fact that I know what that means. But in Japan, these actions can lead to heavy fines and possibly even years of imprisonment. There's too much entitlement here, okay? Honestly, I'd say they should just throw him in jail. I'm kidding, okay? Or am I? Leave that in the video. But yeah, unfortunately, this behavior isn't limited to just Japan. Like, are you really a tourist if you don't do the rocky steps up an ancient pyramid? And then, like, do your TikTok dances all the way up there? By the way, when she came back down, they threw water at her. In her head, she's probably like, hey, free hydration and clout. Yes, please. I mean, water is expensive these days, so I don't blame her. Back to Japan, though, the news media has picked up on these dancing nuisances, and some places have even started putting up signs in English, telling people to not perform here. Also, last year, this guy went viral for a video about how he traveled across Japan without having to pay like a single dollar, just going for free, where he avoids paying the fare by hiding in a bathroom.
And now it's time to teach you how to get the train for free. So I'm entering the train and I will find the toilet and go straight to the toilet. Here is the bathroom. I will just lock myself the whole time in the bathroom.
Taking advantage of kind civilians and just bagpacking his way through Japan. Which apparently I found out is illegal in Japan, by the way. But at least he only rode transit for free, so I'm sure he paid for food and helped contribute to the economy, right? Right? Nope, he just snuck into hotel buffets and helped himself. But yeah, it's not just us looking at this from an outsider's perspective, but it seems like the Japanese public doesn't like this much either.
これはちょっと日本では嫌われる行為だと思いますよ。ダメね。
マジ
海外では当たり前だけど、まあ日本では
迷惑な行為だと。
ですね。迷惑。めっちゃ迷惑。いや。
But yeah, the three big reasons for this in my opinion. 1. The epidemic of main character syndrome. The belief that you're always right and that you can impose your free will on everyone, all because only you are important. There's a big deep dive that I can honestly go into these people. There's like a whole subreddit dedicated to them. Maybe for another video. But yeah, people are just props or NPCs to these people. The Tokyo Weekend, and myself too actually, also blame Johnny Somali for this. I've talked about this kick streamer like twice already, okay? He's been kicked out of Japan. He's currently stuck in South Korea, possibly facing years in prison. And they blame him for encouraging this kind of rowdy behavior that we see in a lot of influencers.
You know Hiroshima? You know Hiroshima? Nagasaki? You know why you do this? Pearl Harbor? Hiroshima! Nagasaki!
Yeah, not a good look.
Watashi wa bakayaro desu.
Okay, at least this guy's honest. And finally, it's the weak yen and over-tourism. It's cheaper than ever to visit Japan, and unfortunately, it's the worst tourists that you can think of that are visiting. To them, Japan's probably like a DLC package that you can get for your Clout channels. There are an estimated record 35 million visitors expected to go to Japan this year, and some major tourist areas like Kyoto are getting parts blocked off due to this like overcrowding and misbehavior. One town even put up a screen to block views of Mount Fuji. And the Japan Times also blamed influencers for driving over-tourism. And seeing especially popular influencers act like this is just normalizing this behavior. You know, there's plenty of ways to make tourist content without being a total goober. Without all the theatrics, okay? Like, you're in Japan. There's so much to see and do without making an ass out of yourself. I really like visiting Japan as a tourist, and I bet most tourists started making videos of themselves blocking the Shibuya crossing for a dance video. So I really hope that it's not ruined for people like me who just want to respectfully visit. Like they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Follow the customs. You're basically a guest in their house. But especially in a place like Japan, where people just aren't used to dealing with all of this nonsense. Just remember, don't be a goober, follow the rules, and no one wants to watch your dancing or exercise videos. Anyways, my mochis, I need a vacation. Where would you like to go on vacation? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's hear it. Until then, I'll see you soon in the next video, okay? Peace!